What's up, y'all? Welcome back for another story time. I want to just, tell a certain story about my dad and I that really resonated with me for a long time. It was just always, you guys know us, we're Red Sox fans, Celtics, Patriots, Bruins, all that. We're Boston sports fans at the end of the day. Nobody can take that from us. But for me, I was raised here in LA. So, everyone always asks me, why aren't you a Lakers fan? Why aren't you this? Why aren't you that? Well, here's time for that story, and it's credit thanks to Josh Wolf. It's the reason why I'm not a Lakers fan. So when I was 10, I went to school. There was a fair at school. There was a three-point shooting thing. If you hit a certain number of baskets, like a carnival game, you won a jersey. And so I did it. I won a Kobe jersey. And I went home in my Kobe jersey. Good day. I was the only one that won a jersey, so, big flex out there. And, we went home, and I was going to show everybody my new jersey. I started walking up the driveway because I could walk to and from school because I was so close. My dad would literally watch me leave school and walk up the hill to where we used to live. And then I was home. It was real quick. He saw me coming up the hill and the driveway. And he told me to stop at the edge of the driveway. And he said, "Whoa, what are you wearing?" And I was like, "It's a Kobe jersey." He goes, "No. I know what it is." He goes, "But I definitely didn't send you to school in that. Why? Why the fuck are you wearing a Lakers jersey?" And I started to panic because I thought I was in trouble. And I was like, "Yo, what? I didn't steal it. I didn't do anything. I just wanted it at school. I wanted it at the fair." And he said, "Yeah, you can't come inside until you take the jersey off." Reminder, everybody, I was 10 years old. And so at 10 years old, hearing my dad go, "Hey, man, you're not allowed to come in the house. Like, you can't until you take that jersey off." And so for the sake of it, I took the jersey off just so I could go inside. Took the jersey off, went inside, and my dad's like, "Look, I got some things to teach you." And he sits me down, highlights, history lessons, all this stuff about, the green and white versus purple and gold. And at the end of that, I came out of it going, okay, but why can't I be a Lakers fan? And my dad looked at me and he said, "Look, you can choose who you want to be in life, who you want to be with in life, what you want to be in life, whatever. Your religion, sexual orientation, all that kind of stuff." He said, "I don't care." He said, "The one thing you can't choose in this family, though, are your sports teams." And we are Patriots fans, Celtics fans, Red Sox fans, and Bruins fans. And that was the end of that conversation. I mean, when I say the end of it, I mean I literally walked outside, handed the jersey to my dog, who then proceeded to rip up the jersey. So, it was a little extreme, probably, but did it get the point across? Absolutely. We went and bought a Garnett jersey that very next day, which was probably the right move. Now, fast forward probably 5 or 6 years, I'm in high school, probably 16 years old. And my aunt texts me and says, "Hey, my boss isn't going to the Laker game tonight. Do you want to come with me to the Laker game?" I said, "Yeah, absolutely." Like, I had no idea where the seats were. And I was like, "Yeah, I'd love to go to the Staples Center. I'm just a huge sports fan. I just like to watch, live sports. It's one of my favorite things, even when my team's not playing." And so I showed up, no Celtic green, just in a regular outfit. No, not trying to draw any attention to myself. And we get to our seats, and we're so there's a court side on this side, and then on the other side where they keep score and the media booth, all that. We were the row right behind that. So I was practically on the floor at Staples. And it was, by the way, one of the greater experiences I've ever had. Super cool. And this was the game where Kobe and the Lakers were playing the Raptors. And it wasn't the game he dropped 81, but it was another very significant game where he hit a three-pointer with three people in his face to tie the game, to send it into overtime.
And Blake gets it into Kobe. Kobe, good little fake. 3 to tie!
He scored 9 straight points at the end of that quarter. And then he went into overtime, and Kobe split a double team at the top of the key with 20 seconds left, drove down the lane, and threw a two-handed slam right there with 10 seconds left to give the Lakers the lead.
Bryant with the crowd roaring. Right-handed dribble. Gray comes out to double. Kobe around him. Kobe down the middle. Dunks it home! Kobe Bryant!
And they would go on to end up winning the game. Now, for me, I was raised to hate the Lakers. I was raised to hate Kobe Bryant because, and this is for anybody who doesn't have him on his team, and, he's just better than everybody. So that's why the hate was there. It wasn't hate because I hated him as a person or a player. I just hate that he was so good he would always just beat us. But at the end of that game, Kobe had me chanting his name, Kobe, Kobe, Kobe. For a sports fan, truly a surreal moment and super cool to be a part of. I went home after this and I told my dad, and I was like, "Yo, it was crazy. The heart that he played with and the way he played, it made me want to cheer for him." I go, "I'm still a Celtics fan through and through, but that was a true display of what we called Mamba mentality." And I told my dad that whole story, and he goes, "Yeah, that's super cool." you still can't have his jersey. And I was like, okay, well, that was that. And that was the last time, I think that may have been the last Laker game I ever went to. Not because I didn't want to go to Laker games after that, but because, no, actually that's probably it. I didn't want to go to Laker games after that because I wasn't a Laker fan. Now, if someone asked me, hey, I got tickets, do you want to come tonight? Yeah, absolutely, I'm coming just for fun. But there was never any distinct reason for me to buy tickets to the Staples Center and go watch the Lakers play anymore. Josh Wolf said, absolutely not. So that was the end of that. And, we've been Celtics fans since day one, and that's it. But, quick disclaimer. Rest in peace, Bean, man. Like, for a sports fan, just a real quick digression. For me, that death hit harder for me than I thought it would. To lose one of the greats so tragically like that, it was definitely disheartening. I remember literally feeling a piece of this city disappear. It was pretty crazy. R.I.P. Bean, one of the greatest, but still to this day, Celtics forever. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was a cool story of mine. I got some more in the vault that I'll break out here sooner or later. But just goes to show you, you can take the man out of Boston. You can't take the Boston out of the man. And even though I've never lived there before, it's something I'm going to carry to my kids. Hey, you can be whatever you want. You just can't pick your sports teams. And that's okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. If you see this, please make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment, hit the notification button so you know when this new stuff drops. This YouTube channel is pretty new. So thank you so much for the people that are here and are watching and are subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, please hit that button. It costs 0 cents for you to do it, but it means the world to me and it helps me grow. So I really appreciate you guys for stopping by. And once again, have a great day. Much love. Go Celtics.
This night, something in the fallout and it's showing you a sign to come up for air is different.